Alrighty then, g'day and welcome everyone. My name is Michael and I am the DeadAussieGamer, and welcome to our very special Through the Breach one-shot, Sweet Dreams. Now joining me today are a group of wonderful people who are here to play, chill out, have a lot of fun, and get into some Malifaux mayhem. So first of all, g'day guys, I hope you guys are all doing well from wherever part of the internet you happen to be from. It is so good to see so many wonderful and familiar faces here in chat. Also a great big shout out to S Steel Rat for the raid of 30 people just then. Guys, you're freaking awesome. And to everyone who has managed to start us on a hype train. Guys, I don't know what it is about my chat. They like to start hype trains while I'm not looking, because that's funny for some reason, so thank you. Guys, if you don't know what is going on, we are here today to play Through the Breach, an amazing tabletop role-playing game that is card-based, set in the early 1900s at the turn of the century, in an alternate Earth that has been transformed due to the presence of a nightmarish realm known as Malifaux. These wonderful characters will be embarking on their quest to exist within this world and hopefully try to come out with their lives and a little bit of script in their pocket. Joining me today from our dear friend roster of people that we love to play with all the time is none other than our good friend Robert, playing the role of Gax. Good morning, Robert. How are we?
Good morning. I'm very well, thank you. Yes, it's stupid o'clock in the morning for me, which means it's extremely stupid o'clock in the morning for you. So
oh yeah,
thank you very much for.
I got my special go-go juice. Keep me awake.
Go-go juice. Yeah, it's good to be here. Good to be invited back. Good to be invited back onto playing a character that I've played before during DreadCon. It was designed as a one-shot, but I enjoyed the character, so I'm glad.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was great. I loved it, and I'm so glad that.
I'm live. I'm live right now, everybody. So head over to DeadAussieGamer on Twitch to see me playing some Through the Breach right now.
That is some Inception level stuff. I mean, what do you do in the VOD when are you gonna watch the VOD and then, hey guys, watching the VOD of me, promoting myself on Dax Stream Live, just start this train going.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, all right, fair enough.
Yeah.
So I'll look forward to the behind the scenes.
Second one for you. If you're watching this on YouTube later, then you're obviously already watching this on YouTube, so there's nothing to plug right now, but come across to DeadAussieGamer's Twitch anyway and drop a follow.
All right. Now, what can you tell us about Gax as a character so the audience at home can get some idea of what you'll be doing today?
So, Gax is just a meek, shy little gnome. No, actually, he's the opposite. He's a big, lumbering idiot. He's demonic, and he's got massive horns and even bigger muscles. And since last time, because he failed to use diplomacy over might, that somehow increased his might. Because that's how this game works. And so now I'm even stronger than I was last time. I'm a big 3 meters tall monster that hits things with a massive cleaver that's been enlarged, and it's serrated down one side, and you really don't want to get hurt by it.
No, you do
That's
not.
pretty much all you got. What you see with Gax is what you get.
That's very true. Very, very true. Now, next up, a new friend to the channel, someone who I've had the pleasure of watching perform multiple times on another very, very popular YouTube channel, a cast member for the lovely One For All team. May I introduce everyone to Thomas. Hello, Thomas.
Hey guys, how exciting to be on my first DeadAussieGamer stream.
Oh man,
this is intense.
I'm super excited. And this is not only your first time on the stream, this is also your first time with Through the Breach as well. So lots of new stuff, lots of new experiences.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed I don't trip over my own feet or anyone else's feet if you're leaving them around, severed, otherwise attached. It's gonna be an interesting time. I've got a couple of cards and fingers crossed.
There you go.
Everything goes well.
You know what? You've played the perfect character for that as well. Tell us a little bit about your character of Dr. Bertram.
Dr. Bertram is just basically a reskin of one of the pre-gen characters, but he is a gremlin, and I can't resist playing a small green creature. So the gremlins apparently aren't really good at anything apart from copying what they see around them. So apparently this gremlin's been following a human for a very good amount of time who was in fact the doctor, and now he just kind of thinks he's people. He wants to somehow yeah, he's gonna trick people into thinking he knows what he's talking about. And it's like, yes, of course. The grabby mabbits is connected to the heart thump, and therefore we know how the body works. Opens up bag of hammers.
Yes, the wrist bone connected to the spine bone connected to my hammer. No. All right. No, I cannot wait to see a gremlin doctor, because I told these guys, hey, you might want to consider someone who can heal, and that's what we got. So there you go. And last, of course, certainly not least, we have all the way from the Careful Cantrip channel, the ever delightful DM Dave. Good morning, DM Dave. How you doing?
Good morning and good afternoon to you too, sir.
Well, look,
you guys are all waking up early right now. I'm just about to crack my first can for the day. So
I was gonna say
that's the way we do it around here.
You should be like on fresh legs right now. Like you're just like it's like, why is everyone so wasted? It's like yeah. It's
crack my first can for the day.
Good man.
Now, tell us, what will you be playing? Because you're playing quite an interesting character to the Malifaux. What are you playing?
I will be playing none other than the wonderful Johnathan S. Harden, or as many of the other recruits call me, Johnny Steele. I'm Death Marshal recruit number 1125, and I'm here to rid the land of all that's unholy.
All right. Fantastic. And for those of you who aren't aware of what the Death Marshals are, these are a group of necromancers who specialize in hunting down and killing undead on behalf of the infamous Mercantile Guild. So it's going to be very interesting to see how we pair a demon, a gremlin, and a zombie hunter all together in order to run this game. But we'll figure this out. We'll go there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, I want to give another big shout-out to our another raider, Doodleju, for joining us during the intros. Welcome in. Please make yourself comfortable. And you've come at a great time, because not only do we now know about these wonderful players, but I get to now tell you about my channel and how I do things, because I love watching YouTubers and Twitch streamers and stuff like that. But there's one thing that I do on my channel that separates me, I think, from a few individuals, and that is that you guys here are behind the GM screen with me as we play. And there are a number of ways for you to interact with the game as we play. Now, there are some things in the channel points that will translate to today's game if you wish to use them, such as the plot twists. However, we are going to be shutting down wandering NPCs and wandering monsters, mostly because we don't have too many of them. I have also prepared a number of interesting donations that you can use in order to support the channel, support these wonderful cast members, as well as have a bit of fun. For $15, you can generate a fate point. These fate points, which look like these lovely things. Nope, that didn't do anything. Where are my fate points? Come back. Oh, well, they've disappeared. I'll find them as well. They're tiny little gremlins, which is very, very cute. And yes, you can donate, and this will give a positive flip, or it will give an advantage to a player of your choice. Let's see. Is that? Yeah, there we go. Doesn't want to show up. Then now it wants to show up. There you go. So there you go. Little fate point there for you. Tiny little weird imp that'll give everyone their blessing. For $25, boss mode will increase the difficulty of the encounters that they currently place. The difficulties, there are only 5 of them. So when I say that $25 to increase the difficulty is a significant increase, trust me when I say it is a significant increase.
$100 to go from the lowest to the highest.
Oh well, you know what? Actually, let me get to that. So, for the wonderful $50, spare the dying. You can revive one of our fallen characters should they kick the bucket during today's session. Because I'm that kind of GM. I'll kill them in the first 5 minutes. I got no problem with that. I can have them sit down and watch us play for 2.5 hours.
In a barrel.
And then lastly, for the grand $100 prize, loaded, locked, and ready to go for $100 is one of Malifaux's notable masters. These are among the strongest of the creatures in this campaign, in this realm. They are nigh unbeatable, and this particular master has an investment in our group's adventure. So for $100, we will be summoning that particular thing at some point. You know, I will urge that please don't do it as we start. You know, let's build some tension. But that is on the table. So there you go. And all proceeds go to, of course, these wonderful actors for their time, and just because they're awesome, and we love having them here, and we want to make sure that they all get breakfast or dinner or whatever for today. So thank you all in advance. Now, we already have a plot twist drawn, so I'm just going to get that out of the way. So Mythicurian, your plot twist for today's session is the Black Mark. So that is now going into a stable of plot twists, and that will come out today during the session. And I Am No Damsel has redeemed for your group an insight bonus. So if you guys do get stuck at any given time, you may use that insight bonus in order to try and get some more information. All right. Let's get started, shall we? And we've already got a $25 donation. Yay! Okay, but hold on to that $25 donation because that is our boss increase. So the first encounter you're gonna have, oh boy! Okay, so much for easing you guys in.
Oh no!
Fantastic.
Okay.
So Gax has got this.
I'm sure you do.
Now, hopefully, I should be sharing some lovely sounds.
Ooh.
I have a skill called pugilism, which says after damaging the target must make an unconsciousness challenge.
Jesus.
So there's a chance, even if I don't kill them with my +8 pugilism,
You just knock them
there's a
straight
chance
out.
that I just knock them out anyway.
Jeez.
All
Making
right.
a consciousness challenge this morning. Oh my goodness.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our story begins on a rolling train. The clattering wheels that seem to strike against hard-wrought iron transport our group of wayward travelers across the Badlands of Malifaux, heading directly towards Contract Town 19, a small fringe town on the outskirts of the Malifaux's reach, barely under guild control, as this is a former mining town. But once the soulstone mines in this area dried up, many of the town's inhabitants had returned back to Malifaux City or had found other employment elsewhere. Those who remained are those who had managed to build a semblance of a life, farming over the nearby region, as well as surviving from the nearby bayou swamps. It is here that our heroes, Gax, Dr. Bertram, and Johnathan, have found themselves summoned to the luxury cart. A lucrative deal? A potential chance for adventure? You open the door, and in doing so, find yourselves almost transported to another world. Unlike your cabin, which was steel and hard and cold with the sound of crying children and other people that travel across this train, scars from rowdy Neverborn etched into the walls and ceiling. This entirely opulent-looking cabin is covered from head to toe in fancy paintings, even carpeted floors. You could almost swear that you were in this sort of fancy resort building. There's even a bar with a what looks to be a man with a very thin, spruce handlebar mustache mixing cocktails. A large, rotund man sees the first of you enter, and I would like you to describe yourself, Johnathan, and what you do as you enter the scene.
I enter through the cart door. I take note of the strange surroundings and shake my head once again, these magics. You see a rather dark black trench coat over his shoulders with a white streak in his pulled back hair on one of his hands, but as you can see just through the wrist slot, there seems to be metal running down the entirety of his arm and quite the piece attached to his hip. I'll walk up to the bartender, Howdy, sir.
The man looks at you.
Do you happen to have any bourbons on hand?
As he looks at you up and down, you see an almost vacancy in his eyes. But as soon as you say the word bourbon, he reaches down behind the counter and pulls out this honeydew-colored bottle. He then pours you out a stiff glass.
I'll take the glass, suspiciously looking at this character. Not much to say then there, do you, Sheriff? All right.
As you take the glass, another individual walks in. There is kind of like this thump on the door as if someone had tried to open it, but the door itself may have possibly been a little heavier than expected. A few moments later, after a secondary, more robust push, Dr. Bertram, could you describe your character and how you enter the scene?
Oh my goodness. That's quite the predicamental, as they say. As a small rotund gremlin clambers into the cart and makes his way in front of the other bigger man. He sort of pats his belly in a sign of approval of his rotund nature, and sort of walks up to the bar alongside Johnathan. And it's are you sure it's the time for one of those? We might be on a bit of a schedule, if you know what I'm saying, which I think you do, as I'm speaking in words.
Well, Doctor, I don't think there's any time in the morning that isn't called for a good bourbon. You should join me for one. Loosen us up a little bit before we find out what in God's green earth we're doing here.
Well, as the loosest and the limberest of all the gremlins, I'm not going to partake in your foolish choice. Sorry, I didn't mean foolish. I meant liberal choices.
It's a fine choice of words you got there, Doctor.
Well, I only heard them a couple of days ago.
As you are speaking, the very quiet bartender places a small, kind of almost bell-bottomed glass filled with orange juice in front of the doctor.
Oh, lovely. You know me too well, my good man, good sir, my little mustached man-slave friend. Friend is the word.
Friend.
Thank you.
He seems to wiggle his mustache a little bit as you address him, but as soon as he does so, the whole cart seems to suddenly shift. There's a sudden drop as you can feel the ground almost leave your feet as it sinks very suddenly. The door that seems to open doesn't open from the side as it would swing, but almost like a hand reaching the upper frame of the door is suddenly held to secure what looks to be a hulking figure that pulls themselves into this large room. Gax, could you describe your character and your entrance?
I don't know what you're talking about. I pass off as a human real easy. Except for the fact I'm 3 meters tall, I have wings, and I got giant jutting horns, and slightly reddish skin, and red eyes. Other than that, I pass off as a human wherever I go. So I walk onto the train completely nude from the waist up. I'm wearing loincloth material from the waist down, and a couple of bandoliers of leather around my torso. And I'm actually wearing a helmet with a high widow's peak to it to allow for my horns to stick through it.
Fortunately,
I walk over to the bartender and I look around. I just lean over the bar and I say, "None of those barrels are gonna fit me. Where's mine?"
You watch as the mustachioed...
I paid for a barrel on this train.
The mustachioed individual very quickly ducks their head down behind the counter. As he does so, he pulls out what looks to be one of these old tin basins. It's basically where you would often wash your hands and tend to your needs if you were to like stay at a tavern or an inn. He basically pulls out one of these large wash basin type things, and basically then just begins to empty a few small barrels into this concoction. And as he does so, just before he hands it to you, he takes a small lime and cuts it, and then squeezes it in, and then has a tiny umbrella and just sort of puts it on the edge of it.
The umbrella's sitting out the
Still
side
one
of it.
tiny umbrella. As
Just floating in the middle.
Picturing like a kid's paddling pool, essentially.
yeah, basically.
Like, it's more like it. Grab it by one end and just start sipping.
All right.
Oh, watch where you're pouring that. Come on.
Yeah, it's
I'm
definitely.
sorry, little man. I didn't see you.
There's definitely a splash zone as Gax is heartily enjoying their drink. Now, the door on the other side of this particular cabin suddenly swings open, and standing before you is a rather large and heavy-set individual. He is dressed in rather fine clothes, but anyone could tell upon closer look that these are more bells and whistles than anything else. He wears, for example, a very stained white shirt underneath his coat. You can see that his collar is not quite properly aligned, and his little bolo necktie is askew. As this fellow sort of steps forward, he says,
So it looks like you're here then. Fantastic. Looks like I sent for the right guys. I told them to send me the meanest fellas they had. Honestly, I don't know what I was expecting.
he kind of looks up at Gax when he says this, and then looks at the very stern, stoic gunslinger, and he goes, "Well, I was expecting more of you, but I suppose you two will do." As he passes his gaze and just completely eyeline wise. Oh, faith in Begorra, what?
There's a little one down here. I missed him too.
Oh
Ah, yes. It's... From here, I can cut your shins, and you wouldn't even know.
Ah, right. Well, I guess that's kind of helpful.
What?
Well, okay. Well, yeah. Let me introduce myself properly. Folks here call me the broker. I'm a man of distinguished tastes, and I have very deep pockets and very noteworthy friends, some of which I think you might be acquainted with, hence why you're here. Seems I've got a little bit of a problem in the upcoming contract town. You see, there's been a string of disappearances, little wee ones going missing in the middle of the night. Well, can't really have that in the outer towns, and the guild, well, begging your pardon, he says, looking over at Johnathan. The guild don't seem very interested in what happens out in the fringes. So it's up to fellas like me to ensure that there are the proper people helping out at the proper times. For a fee, of course.
Of course.
Now, there's a man in Contract Town 19 who owes me quite a sizable amount of money. Name's Elijah Morris. And it turns out that he's newly appointed as the local's night guard, and they're holding him mighty responsible for the disappearance of those children. In fact, word is that they're ready to execute him. And, well, as lawless as this bastard's land might be, I can't have anyone dying with that kind of debt. That's where you fellas come in. I'm going to drop you off at this contract town, and I want you to look into what happened to those children. But do it quietly. I don't need this town getting wise to me being involved in any way. You understand? As far as you're concerned?
Yeah, I understand. Stealth smart middle name.
As I walk, I say this as I'm like clunk into the two different aisles of chairs on this cat, and then I slam down my that paddling pool onto the table.
I'm as quiet as anything.
Yes, we're entirely suspicious.
Incontentious. That's me.
I'll reach over to Gax's pool of whatever the hell liquid he's got in there and take out that little umbrella, ripping the umbrella off just for the pick itself, popping it in my mouth. Well, there, broker. As you know, we expect some kind of fee ourselves included in all of this. And well, if you want it done stealthily, that's going to cost you a little extra. There's resources we're going to need, of course, you'd understand.
The broker smiles widely, almost too widely for the size of his head. We are going to do what we call our first check of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of information about Through the Breach. Now, unlike many role-playing games, this game does not use dice. Instead, all checks are made using skills that each of the characters have, and a draw from this. This is the Fate deck. Now, the Fate deck is drawn anytime that a challenge may have consequences, and depending on what they add and what the DC is, the group will either succeed or fail. Now, the broker is a very reasonable individual, but he's also very cheap. So, normally a standard check of 7 would be sufficient to barter some supplies, but because this guy is cheap, we're going to up that to 9. So, you need to get a bartering check of 9 or higher in order to succeed. So, let's give this a quick shuffle. And your value is a 3 of tomes to add to your check.
My amazing score of 0.
All right.
Well, and bartering.
Well, keeping in mind, if you've got bartering, you can either it's based off your tenacity. So if you don't have any ranks in bartering, you actually use your tenacity instead. If that makes
you
sense.
said it was a 9 for the check.
Correct.
Unfortunately, it does not. With a 2, that takes me to 5.
All right. Unfortunately, yes, that does. Yes,
does he draw his own card to add to that?
Yes. So we'll go into that in a moment. So now, unfortunately, Johnathan has failed the check, but there is a chance. There is indeed a chance. Oracle has redeemed a reroll, which of course, in this particular case, is going to be a reflip. So yeah, you can have another flip if you'd like.
Well, I might have fine. Thank you for that. Go ahead and re-roll for me.
All right, here we go. That is a 9 of rams. There you go. Beautiful.
Boy,
Absolutely
howdy.
beautiful. Okay. Now, sorry, real quick. I'm just gonna very, very quickly and very surreptitiously readjust my cards because my OCD is killing me.
I was gonna say unless there's like a third pile coming, this is really gonna bother me.
Look, to be fair, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so anyway, yes, thank you so much. And as you can see, like I said, guys, you guys influence the game, you guys make stuff happen, so yeah, thank you for that. Now, if he hadn't received that bonus, however, each of my players have in their hand 3 cards drawn from a deck known as the Twist deck. They may use these cards to replace any card drawn over the course of today's game as well. So if Johnathan wanted to, he could have cheated Fate and gotten something else as well. So just bear that in mind as we proceed onwards. That yeah, you guys can do that as well.
Can we let people know what we've got in our hands or not?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let everyone know. Let's start with you, Gax. What do you got? You got a 12 there, a 10, and a 2.
Okay.
All right.
Two, a 10, and a 12.
That's a terrible
Queen.
poker hand. Thomas,
Yeah.
what do you got?
It's all red though. It's all red. That counts for something, right?
I've got some cheeky, what is it?
Ooh.
King
Oh.
Jack 7.
All right, so that is a 11, a 7, and a 13. So there's some big numbers there. And what do you got, Dave?
I got me a king, a 9, and an 8. All same suited.
That's beautiful.
Give
Yeah,
me
okay,
that flush, baby.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
it.
he's got a flush.
All right. So, Mythicurian has also just donated $5 to the stream. So, Myth, let us know in chat who you'd like to give the Fate point to, and we'll add that as well. Now, the Fate Master, myself, we actually don't technically flip anything, so we actually don't get a deck of cool cards, and we just get to tell stories, which is cool, I guess. Anyway, so As you attempt to barter with the broker sees reason in what you're saying and says, "Yeah, all right. I'm sure that I can afford some reasonable compensation. 10 script per person if you manage to get my mate Elijah off the hook. In addition, while you're in the town, he hands you a black card. Go to the town's general store. They'll set you up with something if you need weapons and the like. They'll even give you a discount."
Well, I think 10 will do fine for us, and I'll look over at my companions just to get their seal of approval.
I've got no frame of reference. Sorry, just quickly, is 10 a lot?
Okay,
sure,
so basically in this world, it utilizes what's known as script. In this case, script is maybe like probably about like 10 script is probably about maybe $1,000 back in like the early 1900s. Because long story short, like 3 script or even 5 script can buy you a very decent firearm, for example. So, you know, it is quite a bit of money.
Okay, all right.
Yes, that about covers my fee and expenses. Well, you know what? I'm happy to oblige for 10.
All right then.
How about you there, big guy? What do you think?
I look up from the tray with things dripping off my face.
Yeah. What?
Yes, of course. Gax loves 10. 10's his favorite number.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
All right, then.
Yes.
All right. The broker reaches out with a meaty hand. Like, it kind of almost looks like sausages squeezed into a velvet glove over towards you, Johnathan.
I'll reach out with my metal arm and grasp a little firmer than usual. Now, we got 2 options here, Mr. Broker. We'll go ahead and do your job for you on the discreet and down low, as you've asked so kindly for, but make no mistake that we're good at finding people. And if our script ever come up short on this mission, you can expect a visit from me, as I promised.
Don't worry. You've got nothing to worry about. The broker always collects.
All right. The train continues to plow through the Badlands, eventually coming to a grinding halt outside of what appears to be a frontier town. The mood outside the town seems to be very grim. There's kind of an anxiety that sort of lingers in the air like a cloud, and as you are disembarking from the ship, carrying what little belongings you brought, you can see that the people here eye you with a strange curiosity. A small child walks up to you.
Can I take your bags, mister? Oh, geez, he's a big un.
No.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah. Get your own.
Well, I just meant if you
What
needed
my
someone
companion here is... What my companion here is trying to say is it's quite all right. We handle our own gear.
Oh, okay. Well, if you need anything, just ask for old Johnny. That's me. I'm Johnny, and I'll come quick, smart, in a hurry. I'm good at carrying things. I know all the good places. Johnny's the name.
I think he's trying to make us say his name.
Well, Johnny, thank you very much. Is there a saloon here in town, or anywhere we can get maybe a bite to eat or drink?
Oh yeah, no, the Tack and Nail. That's the old pub that's there. Mum and Dad said that I can't go there, but I can take people there if they offer me some money.
He kind of like gives you like the cutest puppy dog eyes.
And did he point over?
Yeah, no, he definitely pointed directly at it that you can see.
Did he actually point over to it?
Yeah, you can 100% see it from where you're looking, like where you're standing right now.
I'll give a little bit of a smirk and toss the boy a script. Go ahead, Johnny. Show us the way.
Oh, thank you, sir. As he starts to move through the town. Now, Gax and Bertram, you two are rather unusual for the people here, and you can see that.
I know what you're talking about. I'm just a doctor.
I am just a doctor.
I'm
They
human.
People
See,
start
it's
muttering.
human and a doctor.
Like, oh, you see that guy? Yeah, he's massive. Yeah, he's got horns on his head. Do you think he's a Nephilim hunter? Ripped the horns off a Nephilim and started wearing them? That's kind of weird. Yeah, it's kind of weird. They just continue to gawp, as it were. In the center of town, there is a desiccated fountain. It is parched and dried with dead weeds growing all around it. And it stands in front of what looks to be the jailhouse. The jailhouse has a very lazy-looking bloodhound lying upon the stoop of this very wooden shack, and inside you can hear kind of a commotion, some shouting between several people. All right, here we are. This is the tavern. From across the way, you see the saloon. Swinging doors greet you as you find yourself before a rather nice and quaint-looking tavern.
I lean down to Johnny. I lean all the way down. And I go,
You human?
Yes. Are you?
Yeah. Yeah. Totally human.
Okay. If you say
Scrap.
so.
as this 3-foot giant almost inhales this tiny child. Where would you like to go from here, guys?
Well, just quickly, I'm going to turn to Johnathan and say,
Now, your metal limb, I might need to have an examine of that later. You don't go too far, okay?
I don't plan on going anywhere, but I'd say mind your manners for a minute there, Doctor. Let's get a little bit more acquainted first.
Oh, yes, we'll get very acquainted.
I'll whisper under my breath again, goddamn gremlins. As far as I'm concerned, well, with your diplomatic methods there, Gax, clearly you're the best person to be not speaking to anyone. Perhaps just take it easy for a second. Let's try not sniffing any more kids, shall we?
He smelled like a human.
That's right. And let me tell you, you definitely do not, my friends. Perhaps a bath might be in order for you.
yeah, I can get that. I look
You're
around.
still
I look,
all right
around
in
the,
my books.
I look around the street for like a horse trough.
There is a muddy horse trough not too far away. It is outside the jailhouse, as it were. There is a single horse kind of there as you kind of wander over to it.
I lumber over. Just fall face first into it. Splice all of the water.
There is a god-awful crash, and both Bertram and Johnathan just watch this happen as water and splintered wood just flies everywhere in all directions. Suddenly from inside the jailhouse, you hear, "What in tarnation?" Walking out is a rather old gentleman with a mustache. All my NPCs have mustaches, just FYI. Even the little child.
Johnathan, the best one of them all.
Johnny had a big mustache?
Yes. They did. Johnny had a mustache. All right, there he is. Look at him. So, a man walking out wearing a vest emblazoned with a silver star that says Sheriff under a circular brim hat, steps out and sees Gax face first in the trough. Son, what the hell are you doing? He puts both hands on his waist and pulls his pants up.
I rock sideways out of the trough, tipping the entire trough over. And then stand clumsily to my feet. I lean down to him.
You a human?
God damn it.
You watch as the sheriff seems to keep his old eye, like he kind of like tilts his hat up ever so slightly, revealing one beady eye as he has his other hand very carefully reach for his firearm.
Johnathan, I think we should.
Hey, now, yeah, don't worry, I'm on it. Sheriff,
yes.
If I could beg your pardon for a minute, this is here as one of my guys, and as I say that, I'll pull back my my black trench coat to reveal my peacebringer.
Hmm?
This your man, son?
Afraid so. Not the most eloquent and graceful, but helps do the job just fine. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. They call me Johnny Steele.
He kind of looks at Gax, and then looks at Bertram, and he, sort of pulls his vest off to one side. He says, "Well, y'all welcome to Contract Town 19. My name is Sheriff Orson, and I look after this town. And I can't say that we are too accustomed to having strangers of your friend size here. What brings y'all this far away from the city?"
We're on a need-to-know basis kind of mission there, Sheriff, but I can tell you that as you are aware of my position, the Marshals, we have some looking into around here. So I'd appreciate your hospitality. On behalf of the guild, of course.
All right. For this check, you may use either a bureaucracy or a convince check.
Ooh, all right. Well, I got pretty good stats in bureaucracy, so I think I'll go ahead with that.
All right. Let's see what happens here. That is a 12 of rams.
Which takes us up to a 14.
Oh, that is not only a success, that is a great margin of success. Meaning he not only believes you, but he is now moved from indifferent to friendly. He says, "Well,
Must have been my diplomacy."
Definitely your diplomacy. Well, we could use a lot of help. It's not often we have city guards coming here to look into our matters, and, well, quite frankly, things have been going kind of rough recently. Some of the young'uns have up and gone and disappeared on us in the middle of the night, and, well, I mean, there's lots of talk about undead and neverborn, even some gremlin kidnappers being around in the area. So you can see my caution ain't exactly unwarranted right here. But if you're the one vouching for these fellers, then, well, I'll defer to you, sir."
Well, you're might lucky that we came along there, Sheriff. We're specialists in our field, as you can tell. We'll figure out what's going on in your little town. What can you tell us a little bit more about the kidnappings? Are they happening at night, certain time of day? Any loud noises, smells, anything along those lines? Any witnesses that can vouch for it?
Well, listen, ain't no witnesses ever seen any of these kids go missing. But you best be talking around town to the people whose kids have gone. As far as I know, all I know is that they're sleeping in their beds, safe, comfortable, cozy. Next morning, I've got frantic parents banging down my door,
demanded to know where their kids run off to. Can't find no tracks, no signs of broken and forced entry into any of the domiciles. It's almost like they just plumb disappeared.
And could you point us in the direction of, pray tell, one of these establishments that the children are being taken or vanishing from, per se? Perhaps we could get a little bit of a closer look.
Yeah. He gestures and gives you a list of names, which leads us into our first ongoing challenge. Now, in the game of Through the Breach, when we go through a long-term investigation or a series of checks in order to come up with a number of successes, we go into a ongoing challenge. The way this works is that each of you will be invited to flip one of a multitude of different skills in order to try and contribute to the scene. Each success will grant you a new piece of information, and there are a number of successes that you will be afforded. If, however, you fail these checks, failing too many will result in negative consequences, and of course that will not be good for you guys. So, for this ongoing challenge of investigating the disappearances, I need 4 successes before you fail twice. Your target number is going to be a solid 10, as the people are a little bit against the non-humans. But they are accepting because the sheriff has allowed it. And the skills that you will be allowed to use are Bewitch, Intimidate, sorry. You will also be allowed to use... Here we go. All right. Yes, here we go. Intimidate, Bewitch, Bureaucracy. You could use your authority, as it were. And I will even give you Barter if you wish to bribe some of the people here for information. All right. So those are your skills that you may choose from. Now, you can only participate in one until everyone has had a go. So everyone does need to contribute. So who would like to go first?
I'm gonna intimidate. I before we leave the sheriff dude, I say, it was I try and emulate what Johnathan said before. Right. It was a pleasure to take your maintenance. And then I grab the horse that was by the trough, and I pick it up and use it as a towel to dry myself off. And then I put it back down again.
All right, so yeah, you grab hold of this large horse. The horse definitely does not like that. And as you kind of grab it and start dusting it off, you just hear this kind of protesting coming from the poor animal. All right, our first check is an intimidation, as you get a 10 of masks.
14.
All right, with the target number of 11, a 14 will beat you. Will beat it. You walk up to one of the nearby civvies, a couple of drunks who seem to be hanging out outside the bar. As you approach, they seem to sort of kind of point in your direction and chuckle, like.
I walk over and I go, and I grab my helmet and I take it off, revealing that the horns are not part of the helmet but part of my head, and revealing my demeanor, which we decided last time meant if they can see my horns properly, I get a +2 intimidate.
Ah, okay, that means you actually get a positive flip on this check. So that was a 10 and a 7. Okay, so you've still got
10.
Yeah, you've still got the 10. But yeah,
I take the helmet off and I walk right over to them and lean down between the two of them.
Oh yeah, they scream like little girls.
You've been taking kids from their beds?
What? No, we haven't. I swear. No. Oh my God. Oh,
Jeez! Oh, Lord! Oh, Mary, Mother of God!
Who's been taking those kids?
Where
Where are they?
Whoa! We don't know. We don't know. Listen, Sister Mary Catherine at the orphanage. She's the one who's been claiming that the children have gone missing.
Sister Mary's been taking kids?
No! She just looks up. Oh God!
Set off towards the orphanage.
Mary, run! All right. Yeah, you watch as Gax is powering towards the orphanage. Which is actually exactly what you need to do. So, that is one success as you have intimidated these poor unsuspecting dudes. All right. Next up, who would like to go next?
I don't have any pluses in anything, so I'm just gonna have to let's bite the bullet on this one.
Yep. All right. Wing it. What skill are you gonna use?
Bartering, I guess.
All right. So bartering is gonna use your tenacity. So what is your tenacity?
0.
All right. Well, that is a cool.
You might want to cheat something in.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna cheat something in.
All right.
I'm gonna have to cheat my jack into play.
All right.
On a stream.
That throws you into an 11. That is a straight success. As Gax is making his way towards the orphanage, you can actually see the nun playing in the field with what are what's effectively 2 children. She's more just keeping an eye on them and the like, and sees the large mound that is Gax barreling towards. As you are doing that, you kind of look over and you could see little Johnny, and you basically pull out a couple of little coins because you're using your bartering challenge, and you sort of pay Johnny a little bit to go and tell Sister Mary about what's coming, and Johnny's like, oh okay, yeah, no, absolutely. He runs off. And using the coin that you gave, buys a bottle of black labeled whiskey. He then runs over with the whiskey in hand. As he rushes, he manages to get ahead of Gax just as he's about to arrive at the priest. As you kind of look down, all of a sudden Johnny seems to have a bottle of very strong whiskey right in front of you. Giving time, of course, for both Johnathan and Dr. Bertram to arrive before the sister is turned into a fine paste.
Come along, Johnathan. Oh my goodness, we make haste.
Just waddling away.
Like, oh God, I'm not built for this.
The nun looks to you and regards you well. Looking down at Bertram, she actually takes a knee so that she is looking at you on the same level. And she says, blessings of the Lord upon you, my little friend.
And bless you the Lord upon ye. Now, sorry, sister. We do have some queries about the children. I am here for the children, you could say. We are here about the children.
I see. Yes, no, she kind of looks over at the children and says, you best come inside. She reaches up towards Gax. Unafraid, she tries to take his arm, take his elbow very gently.
I'm not sure your door frame's going to accommodate for this.
I would have to agree. She kind of guides you to the back of the actual building, where the kitchen has a large set of double doors that is used to bring heavy grain and barrels and stuff into the actual orphanage. There you were invited into what looks to be a very, very well-kept kitchen. A small table covered in just some dough that is currently resting, a few sundry supplies. It's not a lot of food, but food nonetheless. Are you out of your own frame? All right. Full point.
Well, I'm inside now, so...
Well done. Okay. She says, well, I'm not sure what I can tell you that I haven't already managed to tell the sheriff. The children that went missing disappeared from their beds at night. Unfortunately, after the first
child, young Simon, after he had gone missing, we started taking to locking the doors at night, just to ensure that that no one would go missing again. But almost like clockwork, every single night since, a child has gone missing from the orphanage. 9 in total have already
I'm
gone.
gonna reach into my bag and pull out a bit of paper and start just sort of scribbling as if I'm writing.
Oh yeah.
Say, oh yes, I see. You say 9, so it has been 9 moons past.
Yes, precisely.
That's some basic maths. So yes. Well, who holds the key?
Just myself. And she reaches down her shirt and retrieves a wrought iron key.
Right. Well,
You done it?
Did what? No. I would. No. I'm afraid I'm too busy with the kids themselves, and all I want is for them to be returned safely.
Gax, don't be forthcoming. She's got plenty of kids. She doesn't need to take any more. Especially.
Taking a quick moment, I would like to welcome the 132 raiders who have just arrived from our dear friends at World Anvil. Hi, Janet. Hi, Demi. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope your stream went phenomenally, which I know it did because you two are amazing human beings. Guys, if you have not gone and checked it out, and if you are into role-playing games at all, please go check out World Anvil. World Anvil is filled with, is one of the best and most robust world-building bits of software you are ever going to get your hands on. Do yourself a favor. Just after the stream, go check it out. Go hang out with them. They have such a wonderful community, and they're all so creative. That's it. Yeah, sponsored by World Anvil now. Just because. All right.
Way to secure sponsorship. Just
that's it.
Do the sponsorship.
Yeah, that's it. Just do it, and then say now pay me. Yeah,
Invoice.
Genius. Now, in addition, guys, just for the new raiders who have come in, we are playing a game called Through the Breach, which is a early 1900s Wild West magic steampunk kind of horror type adventure. It uses cards. Look, there they are. We have a series of wonderful players here, including, of course, DM Dave from Careful Cantrip playing the role of the Guild Marshal recruit Johnathan. We have, of course, from One for All, the delightful Thomas, who is playing the role of Dr. Bertram, the Gremlin Sawbone Doctor, and, of course, the indomitable Robert Hartley GM himself from D&D Logic and Viva La Dirt League, playing the role of the literal demon Gax. Yeah, it's literally a demon. And before anyone says anything, like, no, humans have not learned to coexist with demons. They're just too afraid to actually tell him. So there you go. Now, without any further ado, let us continue. You have one final check to make before you have your complete success. And anyone can make this as... Johnathan, you haven't made one yet. So, Johnathan, you do get to make one.
I'd like to inquire into the demeanor of said sister. Does she seem a little off-put or anything along those lines? Maybe try and convince her to give a little bit more information, maybe using a little bit of bureaucracy. All right.
Using the badge to try and coax a few more gleaning bits of information. Oops. There you go. You approach it from that perspective. What is your bureaucracy if you get a 6, good sir?
That would be an 8.
All right. Unfortunately, you do need an 11.
And you said we needed 4 passes before 2 fails?
Correct. So you can afford to fail this one.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use my beautiful 8 of clubs here. Just to add on to that bad boy and get us right over that hump.
All right. And over that hump you do go as the sister turns and says, well, there is one thing I could perhaps say. While I have locked the doors and made sure that it has remained secured, there is one other entrance to the orphanage, but it's been sealed off for many years. She offers for you to come with her. Taking you into the building further, the scraping and scratching of
of the horns of Gax on the ceiling as he tries to make his way through, eventually leads into a small cathedral. Now, the cathedral itself is chained off, so the doors themselves are barred from the major portion of the orphanage. Using her key, she twists the lock and opens it and tells you there was an incident here many years ago, and the cathedral has been sealed off ever since. So that you are aware, the contents are quite alarming. She swings open the door. And as she does, on the inside, you see blood staining the wood. The walls, the pews, which have been smashed and turned into splinters, lie in absolute ruin. The altar, snapped in half, even though it is made of stone, as if some great beast had landed its thundering fists upon it and cracked it and the earth beneath. You can see silhouettes of people, or should I say the reverse silhouettes of people, as blood has sprayed out from an area that has a distinctly humanoid shape.
I'm going to take a small step away from Gax.
What you see before you is indeed something very familiar to Gax. If you didn't know better, you would say that maybe a small group of terratots may have gotten their way into this cathedral while people were praying, trying to avoid getting attacked by the Nephilim of which you belong.
This looks like the work of pterodactyls.
Yep, pterodactyls.
What?
Flying lizard birds? Are you sure about that, Gax?
No, not the lizard man thing. The pterodots.
When he says that, you would all know that terratots are kind of like baby Nephilim.
Right.
And they can be vicious, bloodthirsty. They can be much faster than me.
Oh, yeah.
Now, how do terratots come into this situation? What are they attracted to? What are you attracted to? What are you attracted to?
That's mighty forward of you, sir. But the terratots were seeking those who were hiding here during the early days of our settlement here at Contract Town 19. Well, the sheriff, he figured out how they got in. She walks over to the altar, and behind it you can see that there is a tunnel that has been dug out. It's too small for Johnathan, and definitely too small for Gax to get through. But you, Bertram...
I could try.
But you, Bertram, and perhaps even a child might be able to squeeze through.
Well, I didn't realize I'd be getting quite so dirty. Well, Johnathan, Gax, do you mind if I take a little venture?
What?
You wanted to do a little investigating? Now's your chance.
Well, I'm going to start to take off my hat and take some goggles out of my bag and put them on.
So I don't believe that this is really for my best interest, but in order to complete what we need to do, I don't see you, Johnathan, getting dirty, and I don't see Gax getting in. So I guess this is up to me.
I'm going to pull out a couple of saws and things out of my bag.
All right, you have the your bone saw in hand as you prepare to descend into the dark. Climbing down, it is dank and cold, but you can see that there is a crawl space just ahead. Every increment, you can see that there seems to be a slightly melted candle, no longer lit, but definitely a source of illumination through these tunnels. As you get closer, you kind of run your hand along the wick, and it's still partially soft. As you proceed forward,
You place your hands in something. And we will come back to you in just a moment. Johnathan, you're kind of keeping a weather eye out. Your training with the guild has told you to keep a notice of anything unusual. So you're kind of keeping your eyes moving and darting around this space. I'm going to get you to make me a notice check.
All right.
Is this separate to the 4 checks that we needed to succeed?
This is separate, yeah. That is an 11 of masks.
Nice. Oh, it's red. Oh no, it's red jokers, not red jacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What is your notice, Johnathan?
That notice would be, I believe, 0.
All right, so that is an 11, which is fine. You see something strange nestled in the corner of the room. Unlike the rest of the room, which is covered in dust, you see a small pink teddy bear in front of you. It looks very new, very fresh, and doesn't add up. If the door to the cathedral was locked, no one should have been here since, obviously, it was closed many years ago. So this teddy bear, if it was here, should be covered in soot and dust and debris, but it definitely is not.
Is the sister still in the room with us?
Yes, she is.
I'll lean down, picking up the small stuffed animal, kind of examine it for a minute before holding it up to her. Sister, you happen to know who this might belong to?
She takes a look at it and she says, no, I can't say I've ever seen it before. Gax.
This wasn't owned by one of your kids?
She shakes her head. Gax, do you say or do anything as you see the doll as well?
So Gax is over by the blood stains on the various surfaces and sniffing them, and then seeing if they smell human. And then he turns as he picks up the doll and talks about it. There's, where's is that a clue?
Johnathan, as Gax picks up a doll, you realize he has a second teddy bear. Not quite identical, but the same kind of pink-white motif that the one that you currently hold also has. Bertram.
This is another one of them.
Bertram, underneath in the tunnel, you look at your hand, and you also, in your hand, seem to hold a tiny, stuffed teddy bear.
Oh, peculiar.
Johnathan, as you are holding out the teddy, I'm gonna get you to make an evade check.
Teddy's gonna get you.
Oh, that is a 9. All right. Now you have a choice. As you are holding it up, these
Ooh, cute.
these are the teddies. You watch as the one that you are holding suddenly opens wide. Its mouth is now agape with and filled with what looks to be monstrous teeth. You can choose with your evasion check to throw the teddy bear away from you, to basically try to throw it at, say, Gax, or throw it in a specific location, or you can just hang on to it and try to protect the nun. Or, if you want to, you could throw it at the nun.
Well, I don't think we're quite there yet, but
Okay.
I'll kind of dodge out of the way, holding it back a little bit, trying to get a good look at the creature. Do I see anything that I would recognize through my training or anything along those lines?
You have never come across this sort of thing in your life. It is, well, first of all, it doesn't even remotely look organic. It looks 100% plush. But then on the inside, you can clearly see an esophagus. You can clearly see, like, teeth and a tongue and organs. What you're holding in your hand makes no goddamn sense.
That's the damn strangest critter I'd ever done seen.
All right. And with that, we are going to enter our first combat initiative. Now, I've got good news and bad news for you, gentlemen. The good news is that thankfully these creatures are supposedly quite weak. The bad news is
upgrades.
the bad news is thanks to a wonderful donation from our chat, which of course has transformed this otherwise easy encounter into a difficult one. The bears have been upgraded, so they are no longer minions, but in fact enforcers. All right. So we're going to flip our initiatives. So here we go. Starting from Johnathan, who has gotten a 1 of Crow. Bertram, who has got a 10 of Rams. And Gax, who has a 9 of Masks.
Takes me to a total of 10.
All right.
That initiative 1.
All right, Gax is at 10. All right.
Got 16.
Nice.
You got a +6 initiative.
Yeah.
Whoo, boy.
All right. Jonathan?
Brings me up to a
Skittish.
solid 1 for me.
1. Okay, very well. You guys can cheat this if you want to, but otherwise, that is fine. Okay, and the you're gonna love this. The barely togethers. They have an initiative of 10 as well, but because it's my table and I can do what I want, Gax, you will go before the barely togethers.
Good.
All right. Bertram, you were up first. The ones down the bottom there, the little kind of pile that is, it has actually all one teddy. It's like they are all stitched together. As they open their mouth, they burp this horrendous stench, and their teeth kind of chitter at you. Their button eyes, even though they are obviously lifeless, still stare at you with a malevolence that makes you feel very uneasy.
Oh, goodness.
I'm quickly going to take a slash with my saw in their direction.
All right. You will make a melee attack with your saw. And you
That's
have
not good.
a 3 of Rams. Now, in order to hit this creature, you need to hit a 10. Oh, sorry. You need to hit a 10 to match, or you can exceed it. It is up to you.
What am I adding, by the way?
You will add your melee. So if you do not have ranks in melee, then your melee skill, it uses your might.
I might have to use a fate card.
All right, yeah, cheat it up.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw in my big king of clubs. So that'd be King of Crows.
Okay, so that is a 13 of crows,
tomes.
plus 13 of tomes. Yep, plus your
1.
Your might. So that's 14. All right, with a 14, that will succeed. Now, because you've beaten him by 4, that is only a single margin of success. Meaning, we flip 2 cards and take the lowest in order to determine how much damage you deal, which is 8 and 13. So we use the lowest of that, which is the 8, which is a medium damage. Now, on your do you have damage on your Sawbone, on your saw?
I don't actually. It'd just
Okay.
be an improvised weapon of sorts.
No, that's fine. We can work on that. So, presuming that your saw is much like a standard melee with a little bit extra, just because it's a saw, we're gonna give it 2, 3, 4 damage. So 2 on a weak, 3 on a medium, and 4 on severe. So you deal 3 points of damage to this creature as you soar into it, and there is a splurt of squishy juices that fly from the wound. It kind of gets in your face, and it's all over your clothes. These things are incredibly juicy. I need you to make me a carouse check now.
Sorry, a what? An arouse check?
Yes, yes, Thomas.
Carouse.
Make me a arousal check. No. All right. So your
-3.
so your carouse check is as this viscera is sprayed in all directions, and it will use, if you do not have any ranks in it, your resilience.
It's on the right side under training.
Yes, thank you. No, I don't have any bonuses, but I will take that one.
Oh, nice. That is a 12, a very solid response. And with your 12, you manage to avoid getting poisoned by the rotted guts. Now, in Through the Breach, everyone gets 2 actions of any variety. So you do still have another action if you would like. And there is no penalties for multi-attack.
Okay.
Yay.
However, in sort of keeping with the nature of this, I'm swarmed in a tunnel away from my compatriots. I'm going to do my best to run right back out of this tunnel.
All right. Turning around, you disengage from the tiny little swarm of teddy bears and start to crawl back up the tunnel as you make your way back towards the others. We return back to the cathedral where Gax, you still have this look at the adorable teddy bear. Adorable teddy bear. It wants to eat your face.
Say, hey, Johnathan. Kitty humans like these sorts of things, yeah? Maybe these are the ones that are killing the kiddies?
Not right now, Gax. Just tear its head off or something. Just get rid of it.
just try and tear its head off.
All right. Now, as you try to grab it and twist it, just for, you feel liquid or fluid sloshing from one pustule inside of it to another. This thing looks as though someone didn't have any idea about how biology worked and basically just stuffed it with organs. So it's like a bag of organs. You make your attack as what are you hitting it with? Your claws, your horns?
Anything that uses pugilism. So I'm just gonna, for flavor, I'm just gonna tear it apart.
All right, that is a 4.
I have a +8 pugilism.
That will win.
Jesus.
because you are a monster. Quite literally, you are a bigger monster than the encounters I have made. All right, now, do you want to cheat? You do get the option too.
What's the? So I get increasing.
Yes.
Like
So
I'm hitting, but I can increase what I hit with.
The threshold, correct. So every 6 in which you defeat the DC, which in this case the DC is 10. You will increase the threshold in which you can do damage. So instead of a negative flip, you can then do a straight flip, and after a straight flip, you have a positive flip. You cannot cheat cards on negative flips. So the benefit here is that you can actually cheat to do severe damage if you beat it by a margin. But if you have nothing to cheat with, then, it's kind of no point.
Okay, cool. So I could cheat it, and if I get the total to a 16, it's a straight flip.
Correct.
If I get it to a 22, it's a it's a
Positive flip.
Positive flip.
Correct.
My pugilism. I just got a +8. There's nothing I can add. What's this fate token by my head here?
That is an automatic positive flip, which will give you a positive flip to your attack and your damage.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I use this.
All right, there you go. After consuming your lovely little token, which of course, thank you once again to our awesome chat for those donations. That boosts you up
16.
to an 8.
So that's with my 8 pugilism's already a 16.
All right, so that becomes a straight flip.
Nice.
All right, now because you've used the token, it now becomes a positive flip. So let's see what you get. That is medium damage to severe damage. Go ram it. All right. What is the damage on your pugilism?
Am I just using my horns? Like, is that? Should I use that
well,
stuff?
Pugilism has a thing. Bear with me while I look it up.
some
While I am looking it up, ladies and gentlemen, a big, warm, and awesome welcome to White Sith Male for the raid. Thank you for coming and joining us. I hope that your stream has gone well. I hope that you are having a wonderful afternoon and evening. We are playing Through the Breach, a early 1900s Weird West adventure, card-based role-playing game with, of course, these lovely and wonderful people here. Okay, pugilism. There we go. All right, so pugilism, you're rank 4, yeah? You do 2, 3,
rank
4.
4, yes. 2, 3, 4 on pugilism.
Yeah.
Write that down. Pugilism. 2, 3, 4 damage.
All right. So you deal 4 points of damage as you strike this creature, which, of course, will actually tear it in half. But when it does so...
That's a mask, not a tome, right?
That is a... so if you're looking at triggers...
Damage? Yeah, triggers.
So triggers are only from your attack. So that was a crow on your attack.
A crow, cool. Yeah, no, I've got a trigger for tomes on pugilism.
All right. Now, as you've ripped this teddy bear in half, you need to make me a carouse check as the organs explode over the area.
I have a +2 carouse.
All right. That is a 3.
It's not going to do it.
You require a 12 in order to succeed.
I'll cheat in my 10 then. +2
All right.
to a 12.
Easy done. You avoid ingesting any of the juicy bits.
Are they normally stuffed with organs? Humans are weirder than I thought.
I just throw the 2 pieces away.
All right. Now, it is the teddy's turn. The first are the ones in the tunnel that start to scurry towards Bertram. You hear their feet rushing towards you from behind. A hook of claw kind of grabs at your ankle. You're going to have to defend against this attack. To defend, you need to, beat an 11. So you can't match an 11 because they'll still hit you. You have to beat the 11. So your defense, is a +5.
I've got 5.
All right, well, that makes it a 10, which is slightly shy, which gives it a negative flip. So let's find out what damage it deals. It does low damage. So if you're wondering why I flipped only 1 card for a negative flip, that is because all minions that I control automatically are treated as though they flip a particular card. If it's a negative flip, then we flip 1 extra from the deck, and we take the lowest from what they flip. Right now, these creatures, the Barely Togethers, they will always flip a 6. So that is where they're at the moment. All right, a reroll. Ira Genasi, you monster. All right. So we get a reroll on this. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that is now medium damage.
Oh.
All right. As it grabs onto your ankle, you take 2 points.
Just tell me you hate the voice.
The gremlin is grabbed 2 points of damage as a hook digs into your ankle and grabs at you.
My.
All right.
I didn't sign up for this.
The second Barely Together, the one that Johnathan is holding, looks you dead in the eye with these glassy eyes and goes,
I love you.
Jesus, Murphy, Joseph.
as it then tries to gamble with your life.
All right, then.
Okay, here we go. Now, you need to make me a defensive duel, and you also have to beat the score of 11. If you do, then you will be okay. If you fail, if you succeed, the bear will take damage. If you fail, you will take damage. But it is a lot of damage. So that is what is happening right now, as it is gambling with your life. Alright, here we go. That is a 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cheat in. You said it was a 10?
You need to beat an 11.
I need to beat an 11. Then I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my good old classic Sir Puff Daddy card. That's the King of Clubs I have right here.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, that's it. So, with that, you managed to basically fend off, which means that instead of you taking damage, the teddy bear takes damage. Let's see how much it takes. Please, not severe.
Big whammy, big whammy.
Little whammy.
Oh, damn it.
All right, so the teddy bear takes 3 points of damage instead.
But of course, as I mentioned, everyone gains 2 actions. It's going to do it again and gamble with your life once more. Defensive flip of a 4.
That brings me up to a 6.
That is not enough.
Oh man, I've only just now realized that I should be counting cards.
Oh yeah, you should be, Mr. Maths.
Yeah. Can't kick me out of this casino.
All right.
You know what? There's been a lot of low cards lately.
Oh, there's a reflip. Yeah. Nah, that's very ironic. I love your name, and I love the fact that you played a reroll in that moment. Nah. Okay, you get a reflip. Here we go. Oh, we got another one from Kelso. All right, I'll tell you what, Kelso.
All right, there we go.
I'll tell you what, Kelso. We'll save the next one for the next player who needs it. So you guys can remember that. I'm not going to remember it. But yes, with a 10 of tomes.
Takes us up to a 12. Thank you kindly now.
Okay. The bear takes 4 points of damage. And as it does so, you watch as it begins to swell. And once again,
creatures.
It explodes. I need you to make me a carouse check. Your target number is 12 to avoid being poisoned. That's a 2. But you do have that reroll if you want to use it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and re-roll that one.
That is another 2.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, that's gonna put me at a solid 2 there, friend.
All right. Well, if you can't cheat, then you are now the proud owner of 2 poison. Now, the way that poison works is at the end of every turn, you will take 1 point of damage up until your 2 poison has ticked down to 0. Also, Kethra has just tipped a wonderful $5. Please let us know, Kethra, who you would like to give your token to. Who earns your favor? Who earns your favor, sir or madam? All right. Now, continuing on with our initiative. Johnathan, it is now your turn. As it gets to your turn, Bertram, what does Johnathan hear coming from down deep below?
A little bit of squeaking and a whole lot of just anguish.
Just, oh, what? No, this is absolutely horrible. Oh, what is this? Johnathan! Gax?
All right. That's what you hear coming from below. I think I missed another $5 donation. So we've got 2 donations that have come through. One is, of course, for Gax, and the other is for Bertram.
Hey, thank you.
There you go. You guys get some fate points there. Look at that. Beautiful. All right.
And well, if I hear this, I want to start running over to the hole.
You make it to the entrance of the hole, and you can see Bertram not far away from the entrance. He is within arm's reach.
I'll go ahead and reach down with my metal arm. Come on, Doctor. Reach on up. Let's get you out of there.
Ah, yes, the metal arm.
Bertram, as he grabs it for safety, you notice that he's kind of a little bit like, you know, it's like he's taking.
The doctor rips off the arm to inspect it.
As I pull on him, I want to screech out, "Goddamn gremlins!" and try and yank him up out of the hole.
All right. As you are fighting against the bears that are currently attacking his legs, we're gonna get you to make an athletics check as you try to wrench Bertram out of the hole. Bam! That is a 2.
Are you
2 is your lucky number.
You gotta be kidding me.
What are the odds?
We still have that reroll.
Yes, you do still have a reroll. There is a reroll still in effect.
Come on, 4 2s. Like not for the game.
Let's go. Let's
get
it. Let's get that fourth 2 out of the way.
Get 4 of a kind.
Oh, that's a 12.
2 in it.
Still a 2 in it.
That's a 12. All right.
So that puts us up to a 13.
All right, fantastic. With a 13, Bertram, you are pulled free, and you make it onto the floor of the cathedral.
Very strong. Thank you.
Okay.
And do I see the creatures coming up from the hole?
Yes, you do. You can see it very, very clearly from where you're standing.
Now, was walking over or was running over to the hole considered an action?
I'm gonna say no. I'm saying you're gonna be close enough that it's barely a step to get there.
All right. Well, with them seeing coming up, I'd like to take out old Lucy, and I'll pull out my peace bringer, and I'm gonna aim it down the hole itself, and cock back and fire one off.
All right. As you pull out Lucy, you fire a round down into the darkness with an 11 of rams. Very nice. All right.
So that takes us up to 13, I believe.
13. Yeah, that'll do it. So that is a negative flip as you strike at it. That is weak damage, unfortunately. Which should be the first number of the 3 numbers that should be there.
Can I use one of my fate cards? Well, no, that's not
unfortunately, with a negative flip, you cannot use. You cannot cheat fate.
All right, so that's as I cock back and let the fire ring out, burst of sparks fly off from the side as that single bullet comes flying down towards the creatures, hitting them for 2 points.
All right, 2 points of damage. No one's near them, so they don't get anyone with their little organ juice stuff. All right. Now, we have another donation for fate points. Johnathan, you are now in proud possession of your own fate points, and we have another one coming in very shortly as well, so do stay tuned for this. Another one to Johnathan. Ah, look at that.
Well, thank you kindly, folks.
And can they stack?
They can't stack on the same check, no.
Right. Not on the same check, but you can have more than one.
Yes, correct. Yeah. All right. Without any further ado, the brings us to the top of the round. Bert, it is your turn.
Is there anything else around me? How many more of these little pustules are there?
Just the one in the tunnel that's creeping its way towards you.
Okay. I'm gonna go, oh, well, I think it's time for surgery, and I'm gonna run to my bag and pull out my big honkin' gun.
There we go.
All right. You pull out your big honking gun. All right. Do you take aim with your big honking gun?
I would like to take aim, man. Yep, sorry.
All right. Let's see what happens here. Also, just let us know, Kelso, did I miss one of your donations? If so, do let me know. I will add it in immediately. There's just a lot of chat flying past me, so I do apologize if I've missed someone. Yes, if I've missed someone, guys, let me know. Let me know. I'm a schmuck. That's how this works. Hello. No, I can't do it. I'm not Kiwi. I tried. I can't halele. Go on, Rob. There you go. All right. Okay. So, as Bertram pulls out a big honking gun. Now, this thing looks like someone took some like pipe and just stuffed it with gunpowder and then just clogged it with mud and crap. Set fire to it and caked it, and it just blasts with this god-awful sound. You flip a 7 of crows on your attack. This is a attack with, what is it? Is it a shotgun?
Long arms.
Long arms. All right, so that'll use either your intelligence or your long arm rank. What'd you get?
Well, it's gonna be 9.
All right. Loud noise, lots of spray, but unfortunately nothing connects. You can cheat, of course, if you would like.
No. I don't want to make it worse.
All right. Very well. So you do have a second action, though.
Although
sorry, just for rule stuff. Technically speaking, drawing out a weapon is an action, but honestly, I hate that, and I don't
just use pugilism, bruh.
Just shoot them all.
Why use a gun when you could use guns?
Boom! Dual wielding guns.
All right.
I'll take 2 tickets to that show, baby.
Yeah, boy.
You take yet another shot.
Can I flip my token?
Oh yeah, totally. What's your token?
Like the
Oh, the fate. Yeah, totally. All right. There's that other two.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've used this. Don't judge me.
All right. As you fired it, this time it sort of flies out of your hand like bang.
Johnathan, I see you're the superior gunsman.
Maybe you want to hold on to it a little longer next time. A little harder, at least.
I tell you what, when you're not looking so pale, we'll go over this.
All right.
Fair.
Next up, Gax. It is your turn.
There's just one of these dudes left, and it's climbing up out of the hole, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I say, I don't know why you gotta shoot from a distance. It's easier to not miss when you get close. And I reach up between my two wings, and I grab the handle, and I pull out the thing that's the only reason I'm wearing these two sort of leather bandolier almost things is that they're holding on a sheath, what's it called, a scabbard almost, for an entire just slab of metal that cannot even be called a sword anymore because I've had it altered to be even larger than it was already, and it was already like anime sized, and now it's just a huge slab of metal with a serrated edge to it. It is an enlarged I don't know how to say it, maquahitel blade. Maquatl. A large maquatl blade, and I just bring it out, and I just try and I grind it across the top of the stone, sparking and everything, trying to just decapitate this monster as it's coming up out of the hole.
Nice. Now, for those of you who do not know what a maquatl is, as Rob described, large length of stone with serrated blades. Rather than a piercing or slashing weapon, this is like a serrated edge that shears and shaves things away from its length as it's run along the ledge. Now, as this large blade manages to fling around, let's see if you can finish this off. Ooh, with a 9.
9 plus, what am I using? Is it a heavy melee?
Heavy melee, yes.
Heavy melee is a +7, so that's a 16.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's a straight flip, that is.
Straight flip.
Hey, nice.
Medium
Yes.
damage.
Nice. That is a 5 for my blade. 4, 5, 7 is my blade.
All right. With one final splash.
Oh, and this creature has no armor, so I get a +1 to targets with no armor as well. So I don't know,
It's
is that
dead,
+1
Rob.
damage? Yeah, I don't know. I want to know how much I overkill it by.
What do you want from me?
How hard can I kill this thing?
Yeah, how hard? Tell me exactly how much I overkill it by.
All right. As your blade tears this basically turns this thing into fluffy confetti, I need everyone to make me a carouse check as this erupts in organs and guts and viscera, and it just
flinging bits off at the nun as well.
Oh yeah.
Poor blade.
The nun automatically fails. The nun is poisoned and immediately dies. All right. Now, for the purpose of this, I'm going to play my plot twist card. The Black Mark. Now, as soon as this happens, Gax, you are going to be at a negative flip. Yeah, that's what you're going to get. As you have been cursed. Cursed. Curse upon you. A pox on you, Rob. And your character. And your goldfish. All right, so we're going to start with Johnathan. This is you. 11, which I believe will make the carouse as long as you don't have a 0. I know you have a 0. That's why I'm laughing quietly.
Do you, so what's the DC?
DC is 12. So
Johnathan? Is it Johnathan or Gax this one?
Johnathan. This is Johnathan.
Oh, sorry, John. So DC's 12. I've got 11. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ping one of these guys right here.
Oh, get a positive? Okay.
I don't really feel like getting double
Oof.
poisoned.
Well,
Or
it
maybe I
doesn't
wouldn't
quite
be
help
double
you.
poisoned.
Yeah, it doesn't quite help you. 11 is still your highest.
So that's 11. Yep, double poisoned.
All right. Which means you actually are the proud owner of 4 poison. Meaning you will take 4 damage unless someone can help you, which we'll come to that in a second.
Someone.
All right.
Doctor, cough.
Dr. Bertram. Oh, no.
Oh no!
That is the Black Joker. Now, the Black Joker is one of 2 Jokers that resides within the deck. This is the equivalent of a critical fail. And unfortunately, Myth, you cannot cheat, reroll, or flip. The Black Joker always trumps. So even if we gave him another flip, the Black Joker would still succeed. So unfortunately, that is not going to help you. So you are also failing that one. But in addition, you are especially close to it. So we're going to make you flip again. But we will use Mythical's double flip on this one so that you get a chance to maybe not, completely die. That is a 7 and a red Joker.
I knew it was coming because we flipped a lot. We haven't seen either of the Jokers yet. So
all right, there you go. So the red Joker is positive. So here's the weird thing: as the organs spray out, you are poisoned by the gunk. But then, for some reason or another, there was a small, tiny vial of antibacterial mouthwash that someone had stabbed into this thing. They've tried to force feed it. Come here, if I kill this thing, maybe I can kill it this way, right? And there's this tiny bladder of just minty mouthwash. And as it does so, it removes the poison of the organs at the same time as you get it. So there you go.
Mouthwash removes poison, everybody.
Apparently Gax's blade summons Purell.
Yes.
Yeah, you heard it here first, everybody.
Canon.
Mouthwash cures poison. So
Yes.
That's canon, yeah.
So don't bother the poisons hotline.
Look.
If you think you've ingested something, just go and drink mouthwash.
Snake's not an issue.
Yeah,
Mouthwash.
don't see a doctor. That's how we Aussies do it, right? If we get bitten by spiders, just mouthwash. It's fine.
Listerine keeps it clean. Let's
Yeah,
do it.
Listerine keeps it clean. That's it. That's it. All right. And now we have Gax, who has a negative flip.
Until I use this fate token.
You gonna use it?
Yeah.
Give me your fate token. Okay, fine. Okay, here we go. So that's a regular flip of a 7 on your carouse.
I think you mean a 12.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. All right. Very well. Okay. And with that,
Get out of here, Michael.
Yeah. I'll see. I'll show you. I'll give you. I'll give you something. I'll throw another teddy bear at you. A bigger one. A scarier one.
Can we cheat cards in for the things that are attacking us? Not that because they don't roll cards. They don't.
No. You can't.
Yeah,
You can't cheat.
So, yeah.
Now.
It's good that my only cheat card is a 2 now. Then.
Yes. Well, actually, no. Well, here's the thing. Once we get to the end of combat in any game of Through the Breach, you can now discard as many cards as you would like from your hand and redraw back up to 3.
Oh.
Ooh, nice.
Can we see what cards they are before we discard them?
No.
The three. It's from the 3 cards that you drew in your hand.
Right? No, yeah.
Cards.
So no, what he's asking is can he draw his 3 and then choose what to discard down to 3? And I think the answer to that is no.
Pretty sure
you
not.
do need to. Yeah, you do need to discard then draw. But that's a good question. It's a good question.
I got a good hand.
I'm learning, guys. I'm
9
learning.
a jack. 9 a jack.
I'm learning.
All right.
I got a 4 and a 10.
Got an ace
nice.
queen.
All right.
It's good.
The sister lies unconscious on the floor, foam frothing around her mouth, having been poisoned by the spray of gunk from these creatures. Dr. Bertram.
I think the bear got her.
Yeah, you think the bear got it, do you?
That's probably what it was, Gax. Great job.
Yes. Okay.
Bertrand, can you do anything for good old Sister Fun Buns over there?
What do you mean, fun buns?
Don't worry about it. Just see.
She was baking bread when you guys walked in.
Okay.
What?
Yeah, right. Yeah, is she under 0 wounds, I assume?
Yes, she is under 0 wounds and has failed her toughness challenge.
Well, it's time for actual surgery now, and Johnathan, if you don't mind getting my my rifle, please.
All right.
Sorry, you said your raffle?
No, that's not for the surgery. I dropped it. Well, it could be for the surgery.
Johnathan, you go and try to fetch the rifle, and as you do, you cough out blood. Take 1 point of damage. We will continue that damage, but for now, Dr. Bertram, this is your doctoring check. You get a 1 of tome.
It's not a very good one, is it?
It's not a very good one.
Some might say the worst.
Well, second worst. You got the worst already.
You already got the worst, yeah.
I think I'll have to chip in the 7.
Ooh, okay, very nice. You only need a 5 in order to stabilize her.
I think I might chip in the 4.
Okay. Very well. You chip in the 4. With a 4, you do manage to stabilize her, and Johnathan returns. Gax, what are you doing as you see Bertram sort of basically like, you know, doing science, mad science,
Gremlin science.
Gremlin science. Yeah, it's if you ever played 40k, it's like orc technology. You know, he's like, you know, like spits in a vial and then just pours it on the wound.
Rubs my teeth.
As you do.
Rubs her teeth.
Yeah.
Scratching my butt. That's what I'm doing.
All right. As you do so, I'm going to get you to make me a notice check.
Okay, notice. I'm actually not too bad at that. I've got a +2.
Oh, 13!
Ooh,
Nice.
there you go.
That's the
15 notice.
big hat. All right. So, with a 13, you look and you can actually see that there is what you could swear a small child peering from what looks to have once been like a confessional. You smell human coming from that direction.
I just grab the top of the confessional and just lift the entire thing up.
Oh yeah, you lift the entire thing up, and you can see there's a hole in the wall that someone has tried to cover with a bit of tin sheet. You see the tin sheet being moved
Picture
into
of Audrey
place.
Hepburn.
Yeah. You see the tin sheet being moved, and the sounds of running and scampering just on the other side.
When you're done with the lady, the poison lady, there's a one of the human kiddies in here, and I grab the
Tin sheet and just.
It's on the other side, so you kind of have to like squeeze through and knock it down. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna make you make an athletics check to see if you can crumble this bit of building.
No, I'm not very good at athletics.
That is
Only got a +5. What do I need?
That is 4. You need a 9, so you're good.
Got a
As
9.
you lean on the wall, it crumbles and falls, revealing the sunlight as you expose this side of the building. And you hear over in the distance, "What in tarnation?" As just as off in the distance. All right, Bertram. We're back to you as the nurse. The nun is in stable condition, but you notice that Johnathan is now bleeding from the eyes.
Yeah.
Gax, maybe hold up for a second. Jonathan's not looking to human.
you can fix him, yeah?
Oh, well, yes, of course. If unless I'm not actually a doctor.
Doctor, a little less yapping, maybe a little more help as I kind of lean against one of the pews.
We'll come
right.
to you.
Doctoring check of 6. Now, unfortunately for you, you can repair the damage that has been done, but you can't remove the poison, meaning he has to kind of grit and bear it. You wouldn't happen to have the trigger that allows you to make doctoring checks and remove poison, would you?
I don't believe.
Because if you have a crow trigger on that and you allowed to remove poison, you could cheat that with anything that would give you a crow, and you would cure him of the poison.
I don't think I have the poison cure. I'm sorry.
Damn, unfortunate. All right, so you managed to heal him. There's a negative flip. Let's see how much you heal. Oh, big numbers.
Oh,
So,
okay with
as
this.
you take 4 points of damage from the poison, you are healed by 3 thanks to Dr. Bertram's treatment, meaning you only take 1 damage after the entire course of your poison has run through your body.
Many thanks there, Doctor. Maybe I will go ahead and let you examine the arm someday now.
Oh, it was never a choice.
All right. Now, for some expediency, as we are coming to our time, very quickly, following Gax and his very, very keen sense of smell, you find and chase down this human as you can kind of track them through the winding alleyways and the like. There you see a small boy.
He has a mustache. I knew it.
The kid does have a mustache, and it is none other than Johnathan. Not Johnathan.
Johnathan?
What am I saying?
Johnny.
It's not Johnathan. That other guy. The other kid.
Johnny.
Johnny.
Your past has come back to haunt us,
Simon.
Jonathan.
There was a Johnny and a Simon mentioned.
Yeah, it's Johnny. It's Johnny.
Johnny we've met.
The guy who greeted you when you left the train.
Johnny.
He's like, hi, hello? Fancy meeting you here. Well, I don't suppose you need help with your bags now, do you?
Gax, I think he needs to become a bag.
Ah.
What you following us for?
He tries to whisper something, but his throat is being crushed.
I can't hear him. He's not talking. Should I give him the strong arm?
No.
No, Gax, it's all right. It's all right. I'll put my hand on top of Gax's and try and push it down a little bit and grab Johnny by the collar and kind of look him dead in the eye.
Let go.
What pray tell brings you here, young one?
You shouldn't be nosing around.
And why
Teddy.
is that?
Teddy doesn't like when people nose around.
And at this point,
That
Gax,
is what we just saw.
Gax, you hear something. You feel something. Hot breath breathes down your
Said
neck
love.
from behind you.
Breathes down my neck?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Ugh. Holy shit.
As a massive teddy bear, roughly your size, but not quite as broad as you are, but taller, stands next to you. Its vicious teeth opened wide. And we will go into our final bout of initiative as swiftly as we can. Our initiative order, Johnny. Oh, we hit the end of the deck. Yay! So, Johnathan, you get a 6 of rams, but because we reached the end of the deck, everyone can draw 1 card from their fate deck, from their twist decks.
Ooh,
So that's-
no, wait, aces are low, aren't they?
Oh, I'm sorry, Bertram.
Why?
Oh.
Bertram doesn't get to go at all.
You're not gonna go at all. You fall over. You're stuck in the hole that leads out. It's like a huge gaping wall, and you somehow
Yeah,
get
how
stuck.
do you crit fail in
Initiative. You
What-
can't
what
really.
happens?
Actually, it is one of the best places to get it. So yeah, you do add a 0 to your initiative, and
Okay.
a 1 for
Still
Gax.
pretty good.
Oh, 1 for Gax. Okay,
All right.
great.
So
Do
what
I
are our
wanna-
orders?
wanna
Jonathan.
treat that?
That would be a solid 6 for me there, boss.
All right, Bertram.
It would be also 6 with 0.
Ironically, you are not going last.
Wow.
And Gax,
Total 2.
you go first out of all of them. That is the first time a Black Joker has ever done that. All right, there you go. All right, and the Teddy. Oh, did we get? I feel like Sorry, can someone in chat confirm? Did we get a 25 donation again after that first initial one? I can't check on my stuff at the moment without causing everything to crash and die. But if someone could confirm,
Roll up.
yeah, let me know. Let me know. All right. But this little teddy bear has an initiative of 8. So there we go. All right.
Today.
All right. There we go. All right. Teddy bear goes first. And as he sees our friend Gax, within one character, within 1 yard of the child. Okay, so any damage. Yep, cool. Okay, that's done. Characters created a bond. Yep, we've done that. Made to kill. Oh, okay, so it gets 3 actions around. Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Has regeneration and armor. And is gonna swat you with an unstitched maw. Oh, it's going to bite you with an unstitched maw. As it opens its jaws and tries to slam into your sides. You need a 15 or higher in order to avoid this, Gax. That is a 6 of rams.
Not gonna do it.
Alright, do you want to cheat?
Let's see, I'm adding my defense, right?
Yeah.
Defense of 2. I could miss it. I've also got regenerate, so taking some damage isn't the worst. No, I'll just take the damage.
All right, very well. So, so your total was 8.
8.
So 8 to 14. That is a straight flip, which in this case is medium damage. You take 4 points of damage from the bite, and as that happens, you activate a trigger. In a swift and solitary motion, the teddy bear moves with, you felt how hard it bit you. You felt the muscles in its jaw. And, as it does so, it says you can click on the button mod view and see its whole chat history. I don't know how to do that. It's sorry, I'm not great at these things. Oh my god, no. Okay, thank you, Myth. Okay, now, it moves. After it bites you with this very heavy and muscular chomp, its body moves as if it was made of rubber. It moves so thinly and squeezes between you, misshaping its body and then kind of placing itself back in its muscular stance, with one hand protecting Johnny. Johnny now has the protected condition. If you wish to hit Johnny, you will suffer a negative to your attack flip.
Cool.
All right. That then brings us to his second action, where I believe Johnathan, you're probably the closest now.
Pretty close.
All right. A large bare hand comes crashing down. That is a 5.
That is going to be a 7, so I'm going to go ahead and use this beautiful little lady of mine, that queen of my heart, the queen of diamonds right here. Go
Very
ahead
nice.
and pass that for us real quick.
Very well. You dodge and roll out the way. Several scratch marks land deep in the into this concrete here as it cuts through the ground. It now gets its third turn as these creatures are made to kill. As it does so, Johnny says, There! And you watch as the bear immediately turns around and, taking hold of Johnny, kind of picks him up and puts him onto a small ledge, the second story, kind of where you would you'd keep planters and stuff like that. He places Johnny carefully up there, preferably out of reach. And that is what he does in his third turn. All right.
You gonna kill a child?
Pardon? Maybe. I don't know. You tell me. Bert, it is your turn.
oh goodness. Johnathan, the rifle!
Oh, shit. Here. Take it.
Hey, I'm going to take one action to, I guess, arm myself.
All right.
And then I'm going to swing that barrel and say,
oh, you know what?
I'm not that human after all. And I'm going to point it directly at Johnathan. Johnny. No, sorry, Johnny.
All right.
Betrayal, damn gremlins!
Yeah, I didn't actually think about that when I came up with the name Johnny. Here I was thinking like, oh man, I'm so brilliant. I can't believe I came up with the name so quick. Just took one of my players' names.
Oh, it's because it's one of them.
That's what I did. All right. So you're taking a shot.
Yes.
Bam! That is an 11 of masks.
Oh, that's
So
a good shot.
13.
Oof. Sorry, you were shooting the bear?
Oh no, I was shooting at Johnny.
Oh yeah, you're shooting at Johnny.
He's
All right.
got
Oh, so
protected,
yeah,
it's
this will be a
negative
negative flip as he's protected.
Okay.
All right, that is an 8.
Oh, that's
Still not bad. Still not bad.
Still a 10.
A 10 will not hit.
What? None here.
Yeah, that'll not hit Johnny.
Damn.
Okay.
What did he need to hit?
You need an 11 to hit.
Ah!
You don't have a 9 or more to cheating?
I can't cheat a negative, can I?
Can I?
You can't cheat on a
it's
negative, no.
No.
All right.
Need a fate token.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. All right. But that was your first attack, wasn't it?
Oh well, I took the action to get the gun, as
Yeah.
we kind of established. So.
Oh, we're not. We've established we're not playing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then,
You can just.
Johnathan, how do you do this?
It's just terrible.
Just aim it and shoot, Doctor. Just aim it and shoot.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Geez.
Don't forget the first part of that.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Oh, actually,
breathe out.
actually, you know what? This is on me, and I will allow a backtrack for it. There is something you can do as soon as as soon as I was reminded that aiming is actually a thing. You can actually take one of your actions to focus. By focusing, you can actually give yourself a positive flip, which is actually quite an excellent tool if you have to deal with negative flips, much like you have in this case. So,
Right.
would you like to have aimed thanks to the advice of Johnathan?
No, let's save it for another round. I think the time has passed.
All right, very well. In which case, your negative flip gives you a 3 as you, boom, explode
gonna-
another round.
I'm gonna let it fly out of my hands and just sort of leave it there. It's like, that's it.
I quit. All right.
Dodge out of the way of the flying rifle.
All right. Next up, we have Johnathan.
Now, would we have seen him or gotten any kind of inclination that Johnny has control over the bear?
Some. Basically, the way that he is, sort of said, "Hey, up there," and the bear kind of responded. He didn't give it an order per se, but the bear seems to be kind of interpreting, what he's saying. Like there's a connection of some kind.
To interject, didn't I beat these guys in initiative?
I
I thought we were joking that I got a 2 and still went first.
Oh,
as
right.
negative,
Sorry.
but
Yes.
that's
No.
really poorly.
Wait. No. No. We were joking that Bert beat them in the initiative because he got a
right.
black joker. That's
I've
the
got a
joke.
+6.
That was
for
the
some
joke.
silly reason.
Yeah.
Right,
So it is. Yes, it is Johnathan. Gax, you got a 2.
yeah, that's what I was like. I didn't know what Johnathan had rolled, but I thought, the black joker just must mean you don't add your initiative modifier. Or
No,
something.
that's okay. We can make it about you, mate.
And
Please.
would I
Just
be
any
within-
opportunity. I hadn't spoken in a while, so I needed to come back on me.
Well, you know what? Just for your efforts, Myth has given you a token. So there you go.
Thank you, man.
Am I within 5 yards of the terrifying teddy bear?
Oh yeah, definitely, absolutely, 100%. He is uncomfortably close. Like, if you were standing on a subway, you'd probably ask him to give you a bit of breathing room. Like that's how close he is.
I'll curse under my breath because I really didn't want it to come to this, and I'll start removing the glove from my metal arm. As I do, I want to reach out and grab onto the chest of the teddy bear. As black necrotic energies begin to cascade down my arm, causing a little bit of light to open up within this tunnel of ours. And I'm going to go ahead and try and cast Bury.
Ooh, all right. So Bury is a necromantic spell that death marshals can use. Let's see if it works first. So what's the target number of your buried spell?
Target number is 7.
All right, should be 7 of crows, I believe.
Sorry, that's Beck, and that's 10. 10 of crows.
10 of crows. Okay, so you need to get a 10 of crows on your necromancy in order to succeed. So as you touch the teddy bear, let's see what you get. Ooh, that is an 11 of rams.
And it's got to be the 10 of crows.
Has to be a plus your necromancy, of course. So it has to be crow suit, and it has to be at least a value of 10. You can always try it again. You can do it twice.
Well, here's the goddamn thing: is that
Can
I
I
seem
cheat
to
in
have
somebody else?
a 9 of crows right here.
Clubs is tomes.
Clubs is tomes.
Which one's the crows again?
The spades.
Damn
Can
it.
I
read
cheat in
that
for
wrong.
somebody else or only for me?
Only for yourself.
Damn it, because I've got something that would.
But
do
given that we're coming close to time, I will allow you to pass your positive flip token if you want to.
Oh yeah. Here, have this.
It's dangerous to go alone. Hold on, wait. Okay, try it again. Try it again, Rob. Ready? Here we go.
Ready.
Throw
On this side. Oh.
Just smacks him in the face.
Oh no!
Ah!
Oh my
How much
god!
damage do I take?
I don't know how much damage you take. Oh my god! Okay, so what do you do?
All right. Can
He's just gonna do this for the rest of the stream.
This is what you get when you get Dag at 4 a.m. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and use that that fate token, and we'll do a reroll.
Well, actually, you will not need to. These fate tokens will also allow you to apply a suit to a check. So if you would like, you may use it now for your second attempt to add crow before you flip.
I'm gonna go ahead and do that then.
All right. It has been redeemed, and you get a 3.
God damn it.
If he cheats in, does it still
Yeah, it'll still be a crow.
Becomes crow. Okay.
Oh, it'll still be a crow. In that
So you can
case,
now
let's
cheat
go
in a
with the
card
big old.
that's high enough.
Yeah, let's go ahead and throw that 9 down. Turn that into a crow. Make this happen.
All right. So, I'm gonna do this just because I love this, and I think Rob will get off on this. This is gonna be good. Ready? All right.
Hold on. Does he
bit of
need to do an
Robbie.
arousal check? We just
Yeah,
have to
that's right, we can do
another
arousal
arousal check. Okay.
All right, here we go. You reach forward, and as you touch the soft, surprisingly plushy body of the teddy bear, a ring of fire appears in a circle around the teddy. He looks around as this large coffin rises from the flames. You watch as the door cracks open, nails splinter and fall to the ground, rattling. And out of the coffin, you see several spectral figures ablaze with green flames. These skeletal forms grab the arms and the body of the teddy and start to pull it into the coffin. The teddy tries to fight against it, and as the skeletons pull the teddy in, the lid, the claw comes out and grabs on and tries to pull the door open, but then with one final push, it slams shut.
I'm gonna
and
flavor
descends.
that. I'm gonna flavor that because I gave him the fate token. I helped out by, as the claw came out to grab the door and prevent it from closing. I just cut down the claws with my blade and allowed the door to slam shut.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Bam! You just kind of slam it shut, and as it does so, the entire coffin then just goes into the ground, taking the teddy with it.
I'll go ahead and put my glove back on.
I just put the glove on and just.
Come on, show me.
It's quite a skill you got.
Well, like I said, I can be useful at times, and I can be even better at others.
Teddy!
Oh.
All right. As we are at the end of the game, Gax, with a single solitary swipe with a sword that is about the same size.
I'm gonna cheat in my king for it.
I haven't even flipped. Hold up. Okay, yeah, you cheat it with a 13, which does critical damage.
and after I get critical damage, I'm gonna apply my crushing feat to ignore their armor or whatever.
Well, actually, you know what? That actually does matter, because as you slash the child in half, it is then you realize that while the child is human, it was not alive. Johnny's upper body falls from the torso that still remains on the planter. As it lands hard on the ground, what you see before you is not a child at all, but something disguised as one. A creature known as a Krooligan. He takes off his glasses, revealing milky, dead eyes, rotten and filled with decay. Johnathan, you are very against whatever this is. As the Krooligan stares at you, it says, "You think this is over? I'll see you in your dreams."
Shouldn't it have been a giveaway that he had a mustache? Thinking about it.
And on those, and with those last words, with Dr. Bertram face palming, my God, and Johnathan, sort of there's that ring of like fire that's burnt into the ground. You guys have a brief moment to leave on any final words your characters might share. Johnathan?
Well, you boys did all right. Expected a little less out of the goblin, but Doc, you're okay in my books. Perhaps we'll see each other again soon someday.
Oh, you're not running away so fast. You promised me a look at that arm, and I've got to add it to my notes. Come here.
All right, then.
Oh.
Over a drink. This time, less orange juice.
Oh. Gax?
Gax, you hear the word drink.
I'm in.
The three of you move from the alleyway. You head towards the tavern. A man walks around the corner as you step out into the street and bumps into Gax. Gax kind of looks down at him, and you watch as he crawls in the dust, trying to get away. As the three of our heroes make their way deeper in, a figure standing on the rooftop seems to be patting a very large dog. Well, that wasn't very fun. I thought if we lent the boy Teddy, he'd make at least some measure of good use out of it. Oh well, maybe next time we'll find a playmate that'll be able to help us. Isn't that right? As he seems to pat this demonic-looking dog. As he does so, he then yawns. Well, it's about bedtime, innit? Come on. I bet Chompy Bit's got something good for us both to eat. And he turns and fades into the nothingness. And with that, we conclude today's one-shot adventure entitled Sweet Dreams. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming and joining us today. Thank you so much to my wonderful players. Now, I know people have to run off, but do we have time? Unlike Dread, we're not going to do a favorite moment for everyone, but I would like to do a quick favorite moment of everyone's overall favorite moment from today's session, just to kind of wrap us off, and then also a quick tie-in to where we can find you and your wonderful content. Let's start off with DM Dave. DM Dave, what was your memorable moment, and where can the folks at home find you and your amazing content?
I mean, the coffin was phenomenal, but I gotta say, the bath in the horse stall, I mean, that was just perfect. I think that was the essence of Gax that we all needed. So thank you for that, Rob.
He told me he needed the best, so he found a best.
It's true, and you did well. For those of you who don't know me, hello, I am DM Dave. I am the Dungeon Master over at the channel of Careful Cantrip. You can check us out on Twitch, YouTube, we're on the socials, probably on No Fly List somewhere. Go ahead, do your thing. You can find us wherever you want. We go live on Tuesday nights.
Very cool. Next up, of course, Thomas, playing the role of Dr. Bertram. What was your memorable moment, and where can the folks find you?
I have a tendency not to do singular moments, but I gotta say, Dave, you're Johnathan with the consistency in the turns of phrases. You used some spectacular language, and I thought that was really immersive and quite wonderful to be around.
Oh, cheers! Thank you.
So thank you for that. In order to find me, I'm on Forgeling. You can find me at Forgeling on Instagram. I've started doing some Twitch streams every now and then, and you can also find me on One for All if you're keen to watch a D&D based comedy web series. We've just passed a Kickstarter, and we'll be producing a new season in the future.
Very, very cool. Next, of course, our delightful Robert, who played the role of Gax. Tell us, what was your memorable moment for today's session?
I love the consistency with which the cards decided that Dr. Bertram was just a terrible shot.
I was also...
And the fact that you flavored it as it going bam.
I think in addition to that, I think one of the hilarious bits was was also Johnathan constantly flipping the 2 during the fight.
Oh Jesus!
It was like just okay, cool. What are the odds of like 3 2s in a row? Like, I mean, there you go. That was amazing and just so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. You can find me on the Viva La Dirt League D&D channel, DMing those guys on YouTube, and you can also find me on Twitch. I stream D&D content about 5 days a week. Robert Hartley GM.
All right. As for me, guys, I always have a tremendous amount of fun playing with these wonderful individuals, and the greatest thing I could say from today is getting to see each and every one of you find your feet. As we know, 2 of our party members had never played this game before, had never experienced it, and you guys took to it like a duck to water. It was just so awesome to see you guys just invest in less about like the mechanics of what you could possibly do, and just be these amazing people. I was invested in each and every one of your stories, from Bertram's investment in this mechanical arm, Johnathan's kind of like trying to wrangle these 2 individuals, and of course Gax's domineering presence in every situation they were in. The 3 of you found a way to work these characters together, and that was a true delight, an absolute delight to get to witness. So thank you so much. I would also like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors, which of course are none other than the wonderful folks over at Weird. They run their own Twitch channel called Play Weird, which you can go and check out. I'm not there, but I hope to be one day. And of course, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. You can find me here on this channel because this is my place and this is my face, and that's what I do. I run a whole bunch of role-playing games, so I do Dungeons and Dragons, much like Robert does. I also do things like Pathfinder, Starfinder, Through the Breach, just anything that tickles my fancy, because it's just what I do. Also, by the way, just a little fun fact here, this little character here was actually made by the artists from Weird. It is a narrator character based off yours truly.
I was going to say, if you wore glasses.
Yeah, well, actually, I have the... where are they? I've actually got them here. I've got the... yeah, there we go. I've got the...
The narrator glasses. There you go.
Oh my goodness, it's from the animation.
It is. Oh my god, it's just like the guy. Anyway. So they're wonderful. They're a wonderful thing. They're a wonderful game. Also, another big shout out, real quick, to Hero Forge, of course. If you love these tokens that you can see on the board, they were made in Hero Forge. So go check out Hero Forge. That's the way to go. All right, now we are going to go and raid someone. We are going to go and raid. Let's raid Rowan. Rowan's playing Dead by Daylight. We can go and hang out with him because Rowan's cool and we love the Viva guys. So thank you once again, everyone, for coming and joining us today. Thank you to all the people who have donated, who subscribed today, who watched the show from the beginning to end, who played around with us, because that's what we do, right? We're all gamers. We love playing around, and we love playing with you guys. So till the next time we meet and our paths cross again, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, everyone.